Now, the final bit of this Allama al-Quran connection. I told you a teacher will get angry, right? A teacher will get angry. But this teacher, because he calls himself Allama al-Quran, he taught the Quran, so he's a teacher. Allah took the role of Muallim in this ayah. A teacher has a right to get angry, but he called himself Ar-Rahman first. He is a kind of teacher that has the kind of love and care and concern and mercy on top of all of that, even for the people who hate His messenger. Even for them. And He taught them the Quran even when they insulted His messenger. He taught them the Quran even when they tried to kill the messenger. He taught them the Quran when they killed innocent people in front of Him, when they made fun of the ayat, when they rejected one surah, He revealed another, and another, and another, and another. And because He kept on revealing, that is proof that He is Ar-Rahman. Because if He was not Rahman, this would not have happened. You would have been killed a long time ago. You would have been dead. You would not have been around. What we are learning in this surah from the very beginning is the Quran came down as an act of Allah's love. There is so much propaganda against Islam today. When people think about the Quran, non-Muslims, unfortunately, when they think about the Quran, they think about violence, they think about hate, they think about hell, they think about a God that punishes. That's what they think about. And you know what's even more unfortunate? When Muslims today think about the Quran, they think about, oh, Quran just says everything's haram. Quran just says people will go to hellfire. Quran just says that we're not good enough, etc., etc. You have to understand something about Allah introducing the Quran. The Quran is an act of Allah's love. Is an act of Allah's care. You want to get to know Allah's love and care? Study the Quran. You want to know how He shows you love? Learn the Quran. And you will learn something about Allah you didn't know before. It'll move you to tears. It'll move you get to know Allah like you never did before. Now you can imagine. To put things in perspective. I am sending, if I wrote you an email, how many of you are here? How many can I write a personal email? How much am I going to write? How am I going to personalize an email? Allah Azza wa Jal gave us an entire set of letters. Risalati Rabbi, Quran calls it. Letters from Allah. Messages from Allah. Personalized for us. Each and every one of us. 600 pages worth. 600 pages worth. Allah talking to me and Allah talking to you. Personally. That we're supposed, nobody cries when they think about someone else. They cry when they think about themselves. The people who cry when they make salah is because they heard something about themselves. Allah is sending you a personal guidance, me a personal guidance. My message to you tonight because of Ar-Rahman is that we have to build a personal relationship with the Quran. It has to be that way. If you want to experience what Ar-Rahman means, then you have to become a student of the Quran. Let's talk about Allama al-Quran a little bit. Just a little bit. You know the word Allama in Arabic, taf'il, it actually means to deliver knowledge over a long period of time. A long period of time. There is no rush. You don't have to learn the whole Quran right now. Not this month. You don't have to do that. Just learn a little bit at a time, but continuously. The best student of the Quran in history is Rasulullah himself, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is also the best teacher and also the best student. And as a student, Allah taught him for how long? 23 years. He taught him the Quran. We're not in a hurry. We can take our time. Don't feel intimidated. I don't know all the surahs. I haven't read the whole thing. I don't know all of tafsir. It's okay. That's not the point. The point is you start somewhere. Start memorizing a little bit. Start learning a little bit at a time. That's all that Allah is asking from us. That's what He's asking from us. Every day, especially for the young people here, I am telling you, when you have a daily relationship with the Quran with understanding, it'll change the way you think. It'll change the kind of friends you have. It'll change what you want to do with your spare time. It'll make you people of vision. We need young Muslims to be people of vision. You need to be people that want to change society and make it better. You don't want to be people of video games and movies and sleep. You don't want to be those people. Because first come video games and movies and sleep, then smoking, then drugs, then alcohol. And that's life wasted. These are lives, hundreds of thousands of lives wasted. Not just of non-Muslims. These are problems of Muslim youth today. Muslim youth have no purpose today. Why is that? Because the book that gives us purpose, we're disconnected from it. We're disconnected from that book. We have to reconnect with this book. This is a really serious obligation we have in the ummah to help the people come closer to this book. And not scare people from this book and push them away from this book. Subhanallah. This book is even inviting the hateful, stubborn people. It began with Ar-Rahman. They were stubborn and Allah began with Ar-Rahman. How are we supposed, when people get angry at the youth, that they're away from the deen, I don't get angry at them. I get angry at people like myself. We haven't done enough. They would not have gone away if they knew what this was. And they don't know what this is because we're not doing our job. Those of us that should be teaching more. And those of you that are youth, that are of concern, become people of concern for others. There's a difference between a da'i and a alim. You don't have to be a alim. You don't have to be a faqih to share the Quran with somebody. The Quran has some ayat that are very complicated. I'm not saying you should give a khutbah about inheritance law tomorrow. I'm not saying that. But when Allah says, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ, you can share that with your friends. You can say something nice about Allah and His Messenger through Allah's book with each other. You can make it a means of reminder. That's what it was supposed to be. That's really what it was supposed to be. This is Allama al-Quran. First of all, take your time. Take your time.